Your reaction to the news on the front page of the Times?
Well, it's somewhat inevitable, Nick. The Khashoggi murder was a disgraceful stain, obviously, on MBS's reputation. It will be a stain on his reputation till his dying day. But the reality is that he is the leader of an important strategic partner of the UK. He has been engaged in a domestic reform programme of quite epic proportions, which we don't even talk about these days, about how he's transforming Saudi society for the better and actually improving their human rights record despite this disgraceful murder. And of course, as you pointed out, life does go on, unfortunately, in the sense you can't freeze diplomatic relations at one point in time. Things are moving on in the Gulf and beyond. And just as other countries like France have had him on French soil, the UK recognises it will have to negotiate even with people who may not be their perfect partners.
Doctor, what sort of advances have been made in Saudi Arabia for society?
Well, the domestic agenda has been quite extraordinary. If you look at what's happening now, whereas 10 years ago, men and women never even mixed on the street, now you've got public gatherings, you've got cinemas open, women allowed to drive. I mean, all these sound like ridiculous small measures, but in the Saudi context, when everything was so repressive, for this to have changed dramatically in that period tells you that whatever his personal sin in this regard, and it was substantial, he is trying to change his society for the better and improve human rights domestically. That doesn't excuse, of course, this. It doesn't excuse other human rights abuses. Those need to be spoken about because that's what we do with our partners. We tell them, look, you're here, but don't think you get a carte blanche to anything you want, and we will be keeping an eye on you. But it also suggests that you get on with your relationship and try and build it in a positive outcome. And if you would give me the choice of seeing either Mohammed bin Salman, say, or the leaders of Iran who are turning into more, repressive processes, I'd of course say MBS, because at least there's a chance he might reform even further.